3, 2, 1, let's go.
Hi, so I'm just getting ready here to go to the grocery store because a new exciting adventure is starting with my uncle. So I'll give you a little backstory. So my uncle, when he was born, he was diagnosed with Prader-Willi. So with Prader-Willi, you have like an insatiable hunger. So if unsupervised and just left alone, they would eat themselves literally to death. Not like eat themselves, but they would eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, and they never throw up. Which, I mean, it's not a bad thing. But if not watched, they can do that. So in some like extreme cases, they have to lock cupboards, they have to lock fridges. But thankfully with my Uncle Tim, he's not that extreme. He's a pretty mellow, happy kind of guy. But if you would like leave food out like on a plate, he would eat that. So we would have to watch him. He lived with my grandparents for a long time. Now he lives in a private owned Christian group home, which has been fabulous for him. In February, he had fallen at our Blast Kids program. He just like tripped over himself. He fainted and he broke his arm. It was a bad deal. So we got that all worked out. It was this whole big deal, but his arm was so big that the doctor didn't want to do surgery on it because there was so much tissue to go through that it could get infected really easily. So he didn't get surgery for that. So he's healing from that. Then it was this whole ordeal. He went to a nursing home. That was the worst thing that ever happened to him. He was stuck in there. It was like prison, but we finally got him out back to his new group home. The same group home, but just a different house with different roommates. And that has been so great. But then recently, he's been having some breathing problems. And that's not good because you have to breathe. So they found out that he needs a CPAP machine. One morning, I was sitting doing my Bible time with God, and I had this thought, and it had to have been from God. What would happen if Uncle Tim, if he quit eating sugar and flour? Just mentally, physically, emotionally. I kind of brought this up to the family. I brought it up to Mom, and she was like, that would be so fabulous, but we didn't know if the home would go for it. So I talked to my dad. He's my uncle's legal guardian. So he makes all the big decisions. And he was for it because he has seen how good this way of eating has been for us girls. So he's like, yes, because for Timmy to lose weight would be so great for him because he's a big guy and he's short. So that doesn't help with having extra weight on your body. It's a hard time for him to get up and off of chairs and things like that. He's just a soft little cuddly teddy bear who needs to lose a little weight. I would give them my cookbooks and a scale, and they could just make the food. And we thought, would they do that? That's a lot of work for them to do. So I offered, I will make all of his meals, and then he can freeze it, and then all they have to do is heat it up for the day, and there he goes. Because he can't make his meals anyways, which, that's kind of nice. So he doesn't really regulate his food now. So he doesn't have to think about changing his diet. He just eats what's in front of him. And what's cool with Timmy is he's not like a picky eater. Kelly said one time she saw him eating an onion like an apple because of the Prader-Willi. That's just food. It's not about the flavor. It's just about the food. They just like food. Somebody literally gave him a handful of Tic Tacs for like a reward, and he was fine with that. Somebody gave him like a granola bar. He was fine with that. You could give him a piece of candy or a carrot. He doesn't care. It's food, which is kind of cool, kind of a win-win, because changing his way of eating now isn't going to be like, oh, he's going to be so shocked with the food. He's going to like the big meals that we get to eat. He doesn't like if you tell him, oh, this is a half of a meal. He doesn't like that. But you could give him half and tell him, this is all of it, and he's happy with that. Getting this weight off of him is really going to help him breathing, walking, just living. So I am so excited for this new journey. So we're going to take it just one step at a time. So we're going to start out with just making all his meals and getting the home adjusted with him. Okay, I'm ready. I have the list. I made a list. I did every day. So I did Monday, Tuesday through Sunday because I'll be giving him his meals once a week on Sundays. I know what things to buy and what things to make and how many. So I have that list, and then I wrote down like how much of each thing. So we're gonna go to the grocery store and we're gonna get this done. This will be really fun. It's an adventure. Just think, when something hard comes, don't think of it like a challenge, like, oh, this is gonna be so hard. How am I gonna do this? Think of it like a puzzle, like an adventure, like a challenge that this is gonna be fun. That's what I'm thinking about it as. Come on an adventure with me to my local grocery store. So I think I got everything I need to do 1 week. But just a couple bags.
Go.
Taking a break for lunch. After, I'm gonna finish Timmy's food, and then I'm almost done. The dinners and some lunches are cooking right now. It's going faster than I thought, so lunchtime. All right, I think I'm finished. I just have two more breakfasts to make, but I'm gonna wait a little bit longer because those are like overnight oats. So then at the beginning of the week, next week, he'll have some overnight oats. And then I have a tuna salad that I'm going to make him for a lunch. So those I'm going to wait on, but I pretty much have everything done. I'll show you what I have so far. This is 4 dinners for him. This is 3 dinners. I'm going to split them up. This is 3 lunches, and then I got him 3 apples to go with it. So you'll have this with apples. And then these are lunch blondies, and here's another, I think that's a breakfast blondie. I have baggies of vegetables to go with this that they can just heat up. This is 4 breakfasts because he gets all 6 of these muffins, then the next day all 6 of these muffins, and the same with these. This has everything in it, so it's pretty easy. These can just be put in the freezer. I'm going to cool these off, then take them out of the little silicone liners because I just took these out of the oven. And then I'll put them in separate baggies, and I'll mark the baggies and let them know. So this is what almost a week's worth of food looks like. That's a lot of meals, but it was quite fun. And we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and emergency, just in case. It's all finished. I'm sweating, and that's the carnage back there of trying to put things away. Now to find room in the freezer. Oh boy.